be showing you 5 simple steps on how to research for positions and see if your position should be a long, give you some guidance into some websites that will help you to determine if your position is good to go long in. Okay, so the first one that you should go to is NASDAQ. On NASDAQ, you're going to be able to see their estimated EPS going into the next quarter. So you want to look for something that's going to be increasing in earnings per share. The second thing is Wall Street Journal and see if the free cash flow is increasing so that you know that going into the next quarter or the previous quarter, they've been improving, right? So from this website, you can see if it's the market bottom. I've seen this in NVDA, where their market bottom was in the September going into October, right? When the free cash flow flipped from negative to positive. The same thing is going for UPST. Now, a large cap and a smaller price point, both of them totally different sectors, but you can see that both charts turned around when the free cash flow turned around. You can check Wall Street Journal. Number 3, check their SEC filings. You could go to NASDAQ again, NASDAQ SEC filings, and then put in the ticker. And when you see Form 4, this is a lot of insiders. So you can see insiders either disposing or acquiring a new position, right? So if you see a lot of board of directors and executives adding and acquiring to their position, especially as a direct purchase, this is a strong sign the position should be going up and you've seen relative bottom for that position. Earnings and revenue, then you see the free cash flow, then you see insiders loading, right? So now you see, okay, 1, 2, 3 check marks that says, let's go, right? So after that, which strike to get? So you want to see the growth potential. You get the current price and you figure out, okay, from now into January, how much is it expected to move? So if you see a big growth potential, then now you know, okay, this is going to give me a pretty good ROI, right? So when you go to the option and you use the expected move strike, you just add the expected move onto the current price and you get that strike and then you open up the strike chart. Once you have the strike chart opened, add a study called theoretical value. Now, theoretical options value is going to show you the potential or probability of your option increasing into a certain price point based on current volume and sentiment. If the theoretical value is a lot higher than the current options premium price, that means there's a lot of potential return for your options premium to gain in value in price by expiry. So you want a high theoretical value per options premium price. Once you see confirmation that, okay, you see high difference of theoretical value versus current value, that's another confirmation saying, okay, this option has a high probability of increasing. If you want shorter term expiries, you can also use theoretical value. Use the expected move, but then try to gauge where the 0.50 delta is. Now, why 0.50 delta? That's where the at the money should be. The further away that 50 delta is, if it's out of the money more and more as more expiries go further and further with time, that means the stronger that stock is and the more undervalued that options premium is for that expiration. So if you see on the near term, most of these expiries have a 0.50 delta closer at the money, right? But the more earnings it jumps for the expiries, the further and further that 50 delta becomes, right? So if you're not sure how 50 delta works, make sure to go check out my previous video on my secret to options pricing, because I did a whole explanation on how to use Greeks for pricing, and I actually did an example with NVDA there, and it kind of played out perfectly. It was like one of the strongest stocks, and their 50 delta was at that time very out of the money, one of the strongest ones, and look what happened, right? So you can go check out that video, test this out on a lot of different stocks that you want to test out, or you could come trade with me and I do all the research for you. So good luck, God bless, I hope you make a lot of money this year.